Hey guys! Alright, so we are back. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to do a little bit of planting. And I figured I would take you guys along with me. So we have our first set of vegetable seeds that we're going to be planting today. We have a few other videos that'll be released pretty soon here. We have a couple other vegetable items that we'll need to start pretty soon here, along with some flowers. And I think in a few other videos we'll probably do some winter sowing. But today we're going to start some celery seeds, some onion seeds, and some geranium seeds indoors. So I figured I would take you guys along with me. So the celery seeds that we will be planting today are the tall Utahs and the Pascals. Onion seeds, we have a red Grano, and then also a Walla Walla Sweet. So I know on a spectrum side of things, the onion seeds for red Grano are a little bit more for a short day onion seed, and we don't really have that here in our zone. However, I feel like I want to test it out and just see how it goes. The Walla Walla Sweet, we should be able to get a little bit more growth for a longer period of time, because our seasons during the days, whenever we do have some days outside, they're actually a little bit longer. So we should do well with those. Finally, we have our geranium seeds. So the Maverick apple blossoms, we're going to give those a shot. We can start them indoors if we want to. They do require full sun. And I can't wait to see how those go too. I did pull out some lavender seeds. So I have the Elegant Snow and then the Munstead English Lavender. I was planning to do a cold stratification process with you guys for at least the Elegant Snow. I may end up direct sowing the Munstead English Lavender, but I figured on another time, another video, we can do that. I think I'm going to run out of time today with you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I have everything set up for you guys. Right now I have the Walla Walla onions, the red Grano, the Pascal celery, and the tall Utah. So basically, like I said before, is these 9 cells here, these will all be Walla Walla, whereas these 6 will be red Grano. These will be Pascal celery, and these 6 here will be tall Utah. So we'll go ahead and start with the onions first. So what I'm gonna do is plant about 4 per each cell. So that'll be all the way up until here, and then we'll switch over, do the red Grano. Once we're done with this, we'll pour some soil over the top really loosely. Make sure that we have everything covered, and then we'll move this one out of the way so that we can go ahead and plant the celery next. I know that celery needs quite a few different seeds in order to germinate appropriately, so we'll probably plant quite a few within each of these spots here. Again, for the celery seeds, the idea is that we'll probably plant a couple per each corner just to make sure that we get, fairly good germination. And then we'll go ahead and move down to the next one after that. So let me get this open. And I'll show you what I'm doing for one cell, and then we'll go ahead and speed it up for you guys going forward. So like I said, these are going to be the Walla Wallas. They're little itty bitty black seeds. So this is what they look like. They kind of look like little I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but in high school we used to have like a rubber turf for the track. It literally looks like the little things that come off of that. But anyways, let's get started on this. So we'll do 1 in each corner, 1 of these black seeds in each of the corners. And like I said, we left a little bit of a gap at the top here so that we can just lay soil right on top. So I'll just keep this going and speed it up for you guys. All right, so we finished all 9 of these cells And I was just thinking I actually might go through and add one more in the center for each of these, just because I feel like we're gonna have plenty of room for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add one more in the center for each of them. All right, so I'm gonna put the rest of them back in the seed packet here. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and start on the red grano. So I'll do the same thing. So I think I'm gonna end up doing 4 on each corner and then 1 in the center. So each cell will end up getting 5. So let's look at these seeds, see what they look like. Oh, look at that. They look exactly the same as the Walla Wallas. All right, so again, just little black seeds. So go ahead and get started on this. Same process, so I'm just gonna speed it up for you guys. All right, so that is all of the red grano. Only had a couple seeds left in that pan, so we'll put the rest of them back. So I think I dropped one. Dropped a onion seed here somewhere, and I am not going to be able to find it. So hopefully it didn't get into the celery packet or the celery cell, but that's all right. Go ahead and cover this up, just really lightly. Just put some soil over the top of it. You don't have to do much. Make sure everything is covered. Onions really do like a moist environment. So I think just keeping consistency with water is pretty necessary, and making sure that you stay on top of your light. So making sure that they get enough light. So I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna do this. We're gonna test this out, see if we can get any sort of germination with the short day versus the long day seeds. I'm hoping I don't kill off the short day seeds. See if they can like grow through some of those lighter periods, because the long day seeds, which is like a Walla Walla, they're gonna require about like 12 to 16 or 12 to 14 hours a day of sunlight. So we need to make sure that those seeds are getting the appropriate amount of sun, because I really am excited about the sweet onions. I don't really eat that many red onions, so it was more so just to try it out and just see if I even like the process. So that should be it. Get these all patted in here. All right, so I pulled out the tray bottoms, so I'm actually gonna pull that out over here. Gonna put that in. Get enough room. And then we are gonna put the humidity dome over the top. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if it'll fit with the little tags. Oh, it will. Oh, it will. Perfect. All right, so we're actually gonna pull these to the side. Go ahead and put them on the shelf. Some of that soil off the bottom. Drop all over the carpet. All right, so now we have our celery trays. So pull out the celery seeds. So like I said, we have the Pascals and we have the tall Utahs. So we can start these indoors, and we're basically gonna wait until they're about 6 inches tall before we end up moving them outside. So like I said, I'm going to do just a couple for each of the row or the cells. And I'm gonna do quite a few of the cells try to put some in the corners just to make sure that we're getting really good germination going. So I can always thin off the stuff that overgrows or grows too much of. So Pascal is first, closest to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the Pascals. If I remember right, celery seeds are super, super, super small. So let's check these guys out. Oh yeah, they are tiny. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how we're gonna do this. Might just have to lay as many as I can. I'm not gonna be able to separate these. Holy cow. All right, look at these things. Look at how small those are. I can't even believe it. They are so tiny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, and with these nails that haven't been done in a little bit, so I think we're just gonna wing it, and we're just gonna put some into each of the corners and pray and hope for the best. All right, I have a little bit left over, so we'll put these back in here. Okie doke. So now we're gonna cover everything with soil, just a little bit. We don't need much. These should be pretty good. Just do a little covering over the top. Don't need much of the extra soil. All right, pat all these down. Lightly, very, very light pat down. All right, so those are good. We'll grab the bottoms and the top. All right, let's put this guy in here. Go ahead and put this over. Put this on the shelf as well. Get those going. All right, so like I said, last one today, I think I'm gonna do some geraniums. I'm not exactly sure how many I'm gonna end up doing. I may end up planting like half or maybe even less than half of the tray today, and then finish the rest off on another day. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna plant a lot of geraniums this year or not. My grandma used to give us a geranium, all the girls in the family, a geranium for every Mother's Day. So I'm not a mom, I don't have kids, but I am a dog mom. So she used to get me geranium in celebration of being a dog mom. So we'll go ahead and get this started. I'm not sure if I'm gonna we won't do much. We don't need that much more. It's probably going to be pretty good to be able to get us through the rest of this tray. So I'm gonna make a little bit of a divot here so that we can keep water in here as best as possible.
All right, this actually looks pretty good.
Again, you can pretty much make a ball without water leaking out. So go ahead. It's a little dry under here, so send some more water in there. There we go. All right, so geraniums, I think we're gonna do probably about 2 per cell, just to make sure we've got pretty good germination going on with these guys too. We will, or maybe we'll do 1. We might just have to do 1 because there's not many in here at all. Didn't know that. So we're gonna get started with this. I don't even think we have enough to make up a whole tray, to be honest with you, which is sad. I didn't realize there wasn't that many in here, but that's okay. We don't need to do the whole thing, so just do 1. It says about an 1/8 inch, so we'll just push that down, put a little bit of the soil over the top. So we don't really need to do much. Doesn't need to be much soil in here. Speed up the All right, and then geranium seeds actually do need a humidity cover as well. And then I do have a tray over here to act as a reservoir. So put this down. This in here. Geranium seeds also like consistent moisture, similar to onions. And we're gonna get some heat going, get them started. And I think that should be it for us today. So we finished planting our onion seeds and our celery seeds and our geranium seeds. So we basically have some things started. Geranium seeds take about 8 to 10 weeks before the last frost in order for you to see some germination results, and then before you should start planting outside. So same thing with onions. We really want to see some really good growth. And I would like to see onions grow a little bit quicker. So that's why we ended up planting them when we did. Next step, I think what I'm going to do, because there were only 12 geranium seeds within that packet, and I think I should have paid attention to that a little bit more. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and buy some more geranium seeds just to make sure that I can fill up that tray. So that is a pretty big tray, and I really do want to make sure that we have quite a few different geraniums. So it might be nice to have some different types of geraniums in there too, so like some different colors as well. So figured that's what I'll probably end up doing, and then just planting those in the rest of the tray just to fill up the rest of it. We have quite a bit extra for onion seeds, and we have quite a bit extra for celery seeds. So with onion seeds, they're really only good for another year. A lot of times it's really difficult to get onion seeds to grow again the next year. So I think the best bet for me is to see how this goes. If they start germinating pretty well, I might start another tray full of onion seeds again, just to see if I can just get more of the onion crop. We do eat a lot of onions, and I would like to keep them all year round. So if there's any way that I can start those, I think I might try those out as well. Like I said, the next video will probably be some more flowers and some more vegetables coming in the next few days. Those should be released pretty soon as well. I also was looking at my unit, my shelving unit, and I feel like I may not have enough room for all of the flowers and all of the plants that I want to grow inside. I'm gonna have to sit down and look at those again. Also, another thing that I ended up getting, myself a plant book. So I do have the spreadsheet the inventory spreadsheet for all of my seeds, just to keep track of everything. But then I also wanted to get like an everyday use type of big picture sort of thing. So basically mapping out when I have to plant things on which days. So I did some of that, so I figured I would show you that in the next video. But as of right now, I think that's the best that I have for you today. So next time I will see you and talk a little bit more about some more planting of seeds and vegetables and things along those lines. So can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.